Hi, and welcome to my channel. Or if you're a returning subscriber, hi again. It's so nice to see you back here for another video. My name's Tess Lark, and today I'm going to show you how you can use epoxy resin, real pressed flowers, and fairy lights to make your very own epoxy resin lamp. As always, I'll have all the materials that I used linked in the description down below, so if you're curious, all of that information will be down there for you. And let's just go ahead and hop into today's project. I want my lamp to have a black background, so I'm going to start by mixing up my black epoxy resin from Let's Resin. They were nice enough to send me this resin, and it's been really useful because it's pre-pigmented, so I don't need to worry about adding any mica powder or alcoholing to it, and I do use black for a lot of my backgrounds. So I'm just using the last drops of this resin, fighting for my life to get to that 50 milliliter mark. This is also just a 1-to-1 ratio of resin, which makes it really easy to use. It's equal parts epoxy and hardener. So once I've hit that 50 milliliter mark, I'm going to add another 50 milliliters of my part B until I get to 100 milliliters total in volume. My next step will be to mix both of those parts of resin together until it's fully incorporated, and you want to make sure you're scraping both the sides and the bottom of your container as you go. Check your manufacturer's instructions. Typically, the resins that I use take about 5 minutes to mix. After I've got that mixed, I'm going to pour my first layer of resin down into my mold. And I really want to make sure that that resin is hitting all 4 corners, so I'm going to use my heat gun not only to pop some bubbles, but to make the resin a little bit thinner and just make sure, again, that that resin is hitting every surface of the edges of my mold. Next, I'm going to cover this up and let it cure completely before moving on to our next layer. For the next layer, I'm going to use some deep pour resin, and this is actually a 2-to-1 ratio, so I want to mix up 100 or 150 milliliters total. So I'm going to start with 100 milliliters of my part A and then 50 milliliters of my part B. Again, giving that a really good mix. And for this first clear layer, I'm going to be using my vacuum machine from Resiners. They were nice enough to send me this machine a little while back, and it is really a game changer. I was so surprised the first time I used it. It sucks all of the bubbles out of the resin in this really cool, really crazy way, leaving behind crystal clear resin. And I've actually got a video where I give you my first impressions of this machine, so if you're interested in that, I'll link that video in the description of this one as well, just so you can see a little bit more in depth how that works. Before I pour my first layer of clear resin, I'm going to lay down some of my fairy lights. So I just got this little pack of fairy lights. Again, I'll list all of my supplies in the description, but I'm just going to get these untangled and then start arranging them inside of my mold. I'm going to start by putting the little remote device to the side off to one of the bottom corners, and I'm really going to do my best to get that wire folded down tight, really tight in there, so that it's not kind of floating around in the front of the piece. Also, I'd like to remind you really quick that if you are liking this video or you're finding it helpful or informative, please don't forget to give it a like. It not only helps out my channel a whole lot, but it also lets me know that I'm making content that you guys want to see from me. And while you're at it, maybe consider subscribing. I would really love to see this channel hit 10,000 subscribers. I think we can do it. I know we can with your help. But my next step is going to be to start layering some of my flowers and greenery down into my mold. But first, I'm going to pour that layer of clear resin. So I'm just pouring a layer of resin down, and then the flowers that I'm using today were gifted by Resiners. They have these really cool packs of pressed preserved flowers that are sorted by color, and they also come with these little tweezers that make it really easy to pick up and set down your pieces. I'm starting with some greens because this is my first layer, so essentially this is going to be the background. So starting with some greens and a little bit of baby's breath and a couple pops of these white flowers. But after I'm happy with how that first layer is looking, I'm not going to go too crazy because I'm going to be doing this piece in several different layers. So I'm happy with the first layer here. This is how it's looking so far, and I'm going to go ahead and cover that up again and let it cure completely before we move on. Alright, so we're on to our third layer of resin. I'm using the vacuum machine from Resiners once more. I pre-mixed 300 milliliters total just to save us some time in this video. I feel like the 150, it's kind of not enough to have like a really definite differential in the layers, so we're going a little bit heavier this time, a little bit more resin. pouring that resin in, again hitting that with the heat gun to pop any remaining bubbles, and then I'm going to place another layer of flowers. And I'm just playing with the composition a bit. I want it to be a bit heavier at that bottom right corner and then kind of lighter towards the top. So I'm kind of focusing the flowers in that area. And because the resin isn't fully cured, your flowers might drift around a little bit, but you can either wait until the resin is more cured and just kind of tacky to put your flowers in there, or like what I'm going to do for this last layer is I'm going to let the resin cure and then I'm going to take some glue and place the flowers down exactly where I want them. But I didn't have too much trouble with the flowers migrating on this piece, so I think you should be okay. Also, if you hear dogs, cats, kids in the background, I'm recording this voiceover on a Saturday and everybody's home, so don't mind them. It's currently a beautiful day here in early September and we haven't quite got a crisp to the air, but I'm so excited for fall to start. What's the weather like where you're at right now? So this is where I'm stopping for this layer, but I want to put some bigger pieces, some bigger flowers right there at the bottom. So I mixed up another batch of resin. Let's go ahead and pour this in. And then instead of putting the flowers in directly, we're gonna go ahead and let this layer cure completely. So when we place our flowers, we can make sure that they're exactly where we want them to be to finish off this piece. So again, I'm just going to hit this with my heat gun, pop any bubbles, cover it up, and we'll let it cure. Now that that last layer of resin is cured, let's go ahead and attach our last flowers. So I'm just taking a little bit of E6000 jeweler's glue, putting a little dollop of that on some waxed paper, and then I'm just going to put little dots down where I want to put my last few large flowers, just to kind of fill in this hole in that bottom corner here and have some nice focal pieces for the bouquet. And I'd love to know what you guys think of this piece so far. Leave me a comment and let me know if you've tried something like this before, if you've seen something like this before, if you want to try something like this. And let me know if there's any other resin projects that you'd like to see me try and explain for you. I'm really happy with how my flowers are looking, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my last layer of resin, and then I'll let this cure completely before we pull it out of the mold and see how it turned out. Again, another 300 milliliters of resin for that last layer. And because I did glue these flowers down, I kept seeing some pretty large air bubbles popping up from underneath the flowers. So just taking a popsicle stick, I really lightly pressed down those petals just a little bit, just to encourage some of that air to come up to the surface so that I could hit it with my heat gun before letting it cure. The last thing you want is some big air bubbles right at the end of your piece, right? That's kind of the pits. So I'm going to do my best to get these bubbles out. I'll also check on this piece a bit as it's curing so I can keep popping those bubbles, but let's go ahead and cover it up. We'll let it cure and I will see you when we're ready to pull it out of the mold. Alright, so I went ahead and I let that last layer of resin cure completely, so it's totally solid, fully cured. Let's go ahead and pull this piece out of the mold and see how it ended up. This is how we're looking in the mold. My husband pointed out that because I didn't fill the mold all the way full, I do have this like little divot at the top. I think that I could have fixed that by one, filling the mold all the way full so the pressure of that resin just like put that up a little bit. Or two, my son suggested possibly taking like a pin and pinning that to the wooden surface. So that's what we'll try next time. I think it's really pretty. Let's go ahead and pull it out. Turn the light on. So cute. I'll definitely make sure to get some footage of this in the natural light so you guys can see it a little bit better. But for my first resin lamp, I'm really happy with how this turned out. And I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this project in the comments down below. I've got another idea for these lamps that I want to try, and so I'm going to be starting that project really soon. Thank you so much for spending part of your day with me, especially if you made it all the way to the end of this video. And if you did make it all the way to the end, leave me some sort of food related emoji or comment just to confuse anybody who hasn't made it this far. As always, I really hope that this video inspires you to make something of your own today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!